I walked into the law office, expecting tension, maybe anger, maybe negotiation. What I didn't expect was laughter. Her lawyer leaned back in his chair, fingers steepled, eyes glinting with amusement. "You should have been a better husband," he said, smirking like it was a joke. My stomach dropped. The words weren't just a critique, they were a weapon, aimed to humiliate, to twist guilt around me. But I didn't respond immediately. I breathed. I observed. He continued, reciting the litany of complaints she had given him. Missed anniversaries, forgotten dates, lack of attentiveness, emotional distance. Each accusation was sharp, precise, meant to cut, meant to shame. I listened quietly. Inside, my anger and disbelief churned, but I held it in check. The lawyer didn't know he was speaking to someone who had already anticipated this. I had spent months documenting our life, every conversation, every effort, every attempt I'd made to communicate, to be present, to be the husband I could be. When he paused, I leaned forward. Calmly, politely, I said, "May I respond?" He raised an eyebrow. "If you must." I presented my case, not in anger, not in accusation, but in evidence. Emails, texts, photos, messages of care, reminders, plans I had made for her. Every step I had taken to be present, loving, and attentive. Each piece contradicted the story she had sold him, the story meant to strip me of dignity. The lawyer's smirk faltered slightly. He shuffled papers, searching for his footing, but my calm, methodical evidence was undeniable. I didn't need to shout. I didn't need to beg. The truth spoke for itself. I paused, letting the silence settle. Then I said, softly but firmly, "Being a better husband isn't about perfection. It's about effort, presence, and honesty. I have given all three, despite being misrepresented." The room shifted. He coughed. He looked away. The laughter was gone, replaced with hesitation. I could see the seeds of doubt forming. Over the next hour, I outlined everything she had omitted. The times I had supported her family, the nights I had stayed awake with her when she was sick, the plans I had quietly executed for her happiness. The lawyer interjected, tried to argue, but each time I countered with facts, dates, and witnesses who could confirm my truth. By the time I left the office, the balance had shifted. No fireworks, no shouting matches, no dramatic confrontations, just a quiet, undeniable victory. He had laughed at me at the start, but he left unsure, cautious, aware that his client's story was not the whole truth. Weeks later, I didn't hear much from her or her lawyer. Their attempts to vilify me had stalled. My life continued, calm, measured, dignified. I didn't need public vindication. The quiet knowledge of my effort, my integrity, and my truth was enough. And I realized something profound that day. Sometimes, the loudest triumph isn't shaming someone or proving them wrong publicly. Sometimes, it's simply standing firm, presenting your truth, and letting the world, or in this case, a smug lawyer, witness your integrity without drama. I had faced laughter, judgment, and dismissal, and survived it all. I didn't just endure the betrayal of my wife's claims, I turned it into proof of my strength. Walking out of that office, I felt lighter, no longer manipulated by her narrative, no longer defined by her accusations. My dignity intact, my effort recognized by those who mattered, and the lawyer, once so smug, could only remember that quiet, unshakable presence of a man wronged but unbroken, and that was enough.